I'm Charles Tesson. I'm the new artistic director of Critics Week for next year. But other activity I had before and I keep doing. First, I'm film critic. I began to write in Cahiers du Cinéma, and I'm former editor of Cahiers du Cinéma. And also I teach cinema, history and aesthetic at university in La Sorbonne in Paris. So three main activities, but the main one now is Critics Week. The first edition of Critics Week was in 1962. It's the first section parallel of the film festival. Why? It's an idea from the main official festival in that time, because in that time Cannes didn't select films. It was like the Oscar, actually. Each country select their own film and they send the film to Cannes. Japan did it with Mizoguchi, Kurosawa, and Mexico, and all the countries. So there was, at that time, 3 years ago, there was a new kind of French revolution with Nouvelle Vague in Cannes Film Festival, with Les 400 coups, François Truffaut, and Breathless, À bout de souffle, Godard. So I think they have the idea to show another new cinema which is coming in the beginning of the 60s, not only in France, but also in Poland, in Italy, in Japan, in Brazil. So I think they asked critics people, film critics, to organize a week to show this kind of new film. So that's the way Critics Week born, and the main mission is to discover new film directors, because we select only first and second feature film, and also documentaries, short film either, and also to discover the new country, because in that time it was mainly Europe, mainly United States, Japan a little bit. Now it changed a lot because there is film from everywhere. But our mission was also to say that in Canada, in Quebec, there is new film directors, in Czechoslovakia, in Poland, something like this. So it's not only to select film, but to say that country there is most interesting film in cinema through the film we select. Camera d'Or, first Camera d'Or was at the end of the 70s. And at the beginning, Critics Week was the only section to show first film and most few second films. But after, as you know, there is a new section, Director's Fortnight, but it's after Mai 68. The first edition was in 1969. And then also, official section from Cannes, they have their own discovery section in a way, which is Un certain regard, where there was an Australian film this year, Tumela was in Un certain regard. And so they have the idea, this Camera d'Or, to select one first film in all competition, maybe in main competition, Certain Regard, Director's Fortnight, or Critics Week. Yes. So it's sort of a way of encouragement for all sections to choose first film. Yes. For the 50th edition of Critics Week was very important, and also because we did a special issue of 100 pages in French and English to show what film we discovered, the countries, to give an idea of what we did when we showed the first Bertolucci film, Jerzy Skolimowski. The first African feature film was in Critics Week, and Warder, Saint-Benoît, etc., etc. And also there is a lot of retrospective about Critics Week 5th anniversary around the world. I was there in Brisbane a few days before because they have a special tribute to Critics Week. And we show few films. Jacques Audiard, How Seed Fell from his first film, and other films. Okay. But also in Japan, in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, in Lisbon, in Portugal, and soon in Mumbai, New York, etc. So it helps to show, to tell to the people what kind of work we are doing, we are keeping doing, yes. And also, we are happy because our selection this year was very well received, as you know. Snowtown did very well, and we are very proud to select this film and to show it, and have a strong reaction, and also French film, etc. Things are changing now with some new directors who are quite different than the other before. But I like the first generation in a way. Peter Weir is a very good filmmaker. George Miller too. I like very much Babe #2, better than the first. I like this film, and that's a reality. But now I think my mind changed when I saw Samson and Dalila from Warwick Sutton. I was in the jury of Camera d'Or this year, and I was very good, strong surprise of the story and the way it's done. And we have seen a lot of few films from Australia this year, also Tumela, also Hail from Amiel, which was in Venice Horizonte, very quite good, and also Snowtown mostly. It's the other face of the reality of Australia, and it's in a very strong way, the acting, the idea of violence. And I think there is the new filmmakers. We have seen also few comedies which were so-so. But this year for Cannes, we saw 10. We received 10 Australian films, and we select this one. Tumela was good, and Sataraka took it. It's good for Australian cinema, and Hale was in Venice, so 3 films. So and I think I've heard that there's many new projects for next year, maybe 8, 10, first or second film, can't see. So I think now the reality is changing from the new generation, the reality, Aborigine, but also the social reality, low condition, all this, and they have a strong interest about such matter, such story. Not only to say we are going such good American cinema in an Australian way. So I think the mind of the new directors are changing, and it's a very good thing from Australian cinema. As you know, Critics Week, I'm the artistic director, but we have a selection committee. We are 6 persons for the long feature film and documentary, and also 3% for the short film. And all the 6% are film critics, and they give their time a lot of time, because there's a lot of film to see. So we choose together the film, and it's a strong selection committee with me to select the film. I'm not the only person to choose the film, so it's important. The first step when I had my new function is to all the correspondents who live in Japan, in Asia, in South America, to give more information about film in production, and to get information from people who live in Chile, in all those places. It's important for us to have correspondents in many places. The other aspect, before to be in Paris and to see films and films and film, it will be in a few months. It's to travel also, because it's important, I think, we receive all the film. They come to us. We see on screening, etc. But it's very important to travel also, to meet people in their own country, as I'm doing now in Australia, to meet people from Screen Australia, to meet producers, film directors. We discuss, we speak, and we understand better how is the situation in the country about cinema, and it's very helpful for us. About the film, I'm very open-minded. I want to see them more. There is a lot of film who are prepared in film festival on the sale agent. They have to come to us. That's okay, and we watch this film carefully. But also, the main difficulty is to get film in country where it's difficult to get information. In Africa, for example, we used to say there is not so many films, and so we are quite lousy. We have to watch carefully short films, documentary maybe. So it's a huge work, but I think it's very exciting and stimulating to say that in Assam, in Manipur, in the north of India, there is somebody who makes one film, and this film is quite unknown and very surprising and very good. So I think it's a huge responsibility, but very exciting too.